bringing you the latest news from Lubbock High Athletics. This is the Westerner Fan Zone podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Welcome back into the high school fan zone on Cinco de Mayo. I am Randy Rosetta. This is 100.7 The Score. We've had two state runner-up silver medalists on the show so far, Alan Gant and Cedric Ross. Now we're jumping up to a state champion because Reese Pena from Lubbock High has joined us. Reese, you had a pretty busy week last week. Let me make sure I get it right here. I was at the Lubbock High Awards ceremony, which is a big deal. I made sure that I have to mention that because my daughter was involved too. Mm-hmm. You were very prominent in that. Thursday announced that you have committed to Air Force. Got your t-shirt, your sweatshirt on. Ran the 3,200 and finished third. And then capped all of that by running the 1,600 and coming home with the state championship with a little bit of controversy. I'm going to let you describe the controversy. When I saw that you finished third in the 3,200, I told my wife, that's really cool. An LISD kid. That was before I don't think Cedric. Had Cedric run before you?
No, not yet.
Okay. I thought that's pretty cool. And LISD kids finished third. Then Cedric got second. I was like, well, that's pretty cool too. And Alan. Mm-hmm. And then Reese capped it off. So that was a pretty good. If you're watching on TV, I'm talking to Reese. Michael Sparks is to her left, and then Juan Rodriguez. Juan is here because this was going to be a night where we talked a little bit about football, but Reese upstaged you a little bit.
She did.
That's okay.
And that's okay. It's perfectly okay.
If there's anybody I've ever met that doesn't mind being upstaged by an athlete, it's that dude to the far left over there.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
So 1,600 meters, neck and neck the whole way. You get to the finish line, and what happened, Reese?
I threw up a 1 pointing up to God, and I looked up, and it slowed me down a little bit, but I was so excited that I didn't realize she was right by me.
And so, Michael, you were just describing it, that you were celebrating, thinking, my girl just won a state championship.
Yeah.
It caught your breath a little bit.
Yeah. I was jumping up and down like a little pogo stick. You can see it on one of the videos. And as she comes by us, she has this surge, and she just looks like she's throttling down. I think it's over. And so I take off because at the state meet, you have to kind of go up the stairs to go find the podium. And that's where I was heading to go meet her. And we were just kind of celebrating. And then we looked up at the board, and those times were exactly the same. And so, kind of had to get that figured out. And I was telling Reese, didn't even see the video until after the podium, after she went to the media tent, and we took pictures with the fam, and that's when I started seeing all the stuff all mile split. And I'm really glad that I saw it afterwards, because if I'd have seen that during the race, I probably wouldn't be sitting here right now. I think.
So the good news is that she won by 2 100ths.
Yes.
Is that how you do
it? Yes. Or is it thousandths?
I think so.
You're a math guy, right?
Sometimes.
Okay.
No.
So yes. 2 1,000ths.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Point 0.26 to 0.262.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that right?
It was pretty much.
That's why I need you.
Yeah.
All that matters is that I'm sitting next to a state champion.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
That's it.
And PR?
Yes.
School record?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you kind of knocked everything out
in
one fell swoop there.
Two school records.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
We're both hers anyway.
And I can't imagine a more fitting finish to, she's heard me say this before, it may make her blush a little bit, and I've said it to Coach Rod. Everybody knows who Aaliyah Chavez is. This is the Aaliyah Chavez of distance running in Lubbock, Texas, because she's accomplished everything that can be accomplished now. Fair to say?
I think so.
Very well said. Yeah, 100% agree.
I bet these two guys to the left, I'm going to miss you just from getting to watch you and see you. I'm going to guess these two guys to the left of you are going to miss the heck out of you.
Oh, absolutely.
Tremendously. It's I've shared this before with them and the parents and our staff. It's a unique situation. It doesn't happen often to have that caliber and to have a young lady dedicated not just to her craft, but to also dedicate it to her schooling and everything else she's wanting to accomplish, not just within her last 4 years of high school, but what she's looking to accomplish after high school. Well, and that's always been preaching what I like to do.
The fact that she's got that jersey on right there.
That speaks volumes.
Speaks volumes.
Absolutely.
I'm a former military guy. Reese, I promise I'm going to let you talk in just a second here. To follow up on, well, it's going to have to be after the break now. Douglas Young, principal of Lubbock High, at the awards ceremony, I thought put it best, that nobody has been more recognizable or carried the torch of black and gold better than this young lady to my left.
Absolutely.
For the last 4 years. So,
Absolutely.
now you get to coach the next wave, Michael. So.
Yeah, and who knows? You know,
Who knows?
We'll see.
She had the torch passed to her. We talked about your young man that's at UT now. We've talked to her before about what the impact he had on. So you never know.
Yeah.
But those are going to be. I don't think she has very big feet, but they're going to be huge shoes to fill. So, Reese, are you tired of people talking about you?
No.
Okay. We'll come back after the break in the Western Fan Zone. This is 100.7 The Score.
Diving headfirst into Lubbock High athletics. You're listening to the Westerner Fan Zone on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app.
Welcome back to the Westerner Fan Zone on the 5th of May, Cinco de Mayo, 2024-25. I'm a year behind. I can't be a year behind. We don't write checks anymore. Remember how?
Oh, yeah.
She's going to have no idea what this means. Used to write checks, and it used to take a while into the new year before.
Carbon copies, yes. Remember right underneath, you had to do the whole. Yeah.
So Reese Air Force Academy is athletically, I'm sure they're great, but Coach Juan mentioned this. What the commitment you're making as a person, what you're going to contribute besides just track and cross country. There's a lot that goes into that decision. So describe and explain how Air Force was where you landed.
They definitely were on my number one right when I visited. I kind of knew that's where I wanted to go. When I was on that visit, a lot of it was just because of the coaches and the team. Like, I loved the atmosphere there, and I knew that if I went to, honestly, any military school, it would be something that would definitely challenge me and grow me. And my biggest thing was academically. I wanted to be at Air Force Academy because I thought it'd be cool to be flying planes and stuff. But also, I'm just serving too and running, and so that's kind of just what pushed me to go there.
So you want to be a pilot?
I do.
Well, we're going to talk about you again. For this young lady to say she wants to do something, it's hard for me to fathom, Michael, that she won't be a pilot someday.
She likes to go fast. So it makes sense.
It's not surprising.
No, not surprising at all.
Because the commitment to do what you're doing is one thing, but to be a pilot, that's extra. That's going to take even more. Where did that come from?
When we were watching the videos on the visit, I was like, this is kind of cool. Like, I would have honestly never seen myself at a military school. And then just, like I said, being there, it totally changed my mind. And then seeing some of the fighter jets that they had there is something that I was really interested in.
All right. So if you're watching Top Gun, which character are you going to be?
Oh, I don't know that one.
Have you ever seen Top Gun?
I've never seen Top Gun.
If you're an Air Force kid, you got to go.
I know. I have to.
He was actually a Navy pilot, but same concept. Yeah, put that on your.
Okay.
Before you go. Put that on your.
I will. Don't worry.
Like for old dudes like Coach Juan and I, we go back to the original one in the mid-'80s.
Yes. Was it 80s?
I think it's pretty sure. Yeah. It's when it's before Tom Cruise could draw AARP. So.
Yes. Touche, my friend.
And I know from knowing Kaya Smith, and there was a Monterey baseball kid who went through the Air Force. Do you have to go through the year of training before you actually go to the academy? Yeah,
so I'm actually going to go to the prep academy first, and then I'll do I think it's 18 weeks of basic military training, and then that's 1 year, and then I'll go into the academy for the rest 4 years.
And then after that,
I'll get deployed wherever.
6-year commitment.
Yes.
So basically the next 11 years of your life are mapped out.
Yep.
But all along you get to keep doing what you love.
Exactly.
And that's a whole different, we have thin air here. That's a whole different element up there. How excited are you to get up there just to get used to I don't know what you call it, the high elevation?
I'm honestly really excited. I love being in the mountains. Like, it's just one of my most favorite places. And so for me to be able to go to college there, it's amazing. And I know that my training is going to go really well there too. And if I get to run at sea level, which I probably will, it's going to be real quick.
There we go. So Reese Pena, state champion, school record holder, and future pilot. That's a lot to wrap up. It's a lot to wrap your mind around. Juan Rod, you're going into your 4th year.
Yes.
This will be your first year coaching without Reese
It's
running
tough.
the halls as well, too.
Yes. It's going to be something we're going to have to get used to, because I've had the honor and pleasure of getting to know her as her career's definitely blossomed, under our leadership, and just to watch her grow as a young lady, more importantly, and just to have her goal oriented from such a young age, knowing what she wanted to accomplish, knowing what she wanted to get done. But everyone from the outside world thinks of, no different than they think of Aaliyah Chavez, and, when they think of Reese Pena, they're all, at the end of the day, they're still kids. And they embrace that. And they embrace that youth. But they also embrace the fact that they're leaders on our campus. They're going to want to be leaders outside of our campus. It is really more exciting and a blessing for us as educators, as adults, is to see that flourish. I'm looking forward to her going out and doing some great things and being the best of the best in what she decides to do, because really, as ironic, corny as this sounds, the sky's the limit for her. There isn't. She's got her mind determined. She's going to do what she says she's going to do. And I just don't see how anybody can stop her. As small as she is, I wouldn't stand in the doorway if she had a determination to go be something she wanted to be.
She's not going to have to work.
So really excited, and again, blessed and grateful and humble to have had the opportunity to be around this young lady for the last couple of years. But, just to watch her grow and her being around her family. We're all family. So, we love them. We care about her. And definitely going to be one that I know Coach Sparks, myself, and everyone else around us is going to miss.
All right, Michael, and we're going to have you on to talk about the next wave, whoever comes next.
All right, hopefully so.
That wraps us up in the Western Fan Zone. We'll be back after the break in the Monterey Plainsman Fan Zone. I'm Randy Rosetta, and this is 100.7 The Score.